What an amazing weekend we had, ladies and gentlemen, finally going from spoiler season to getting the actual product in our hands. And as an example of the excitement we were all feeling, here's some audio of the event in real time. Very pretty cards, yes. The little.
Somebody's got a screen. That's like 4 pieces, 3 pieces. Token. This pack is
Oh, Hell from the Beyond Hollow, and I've been fold comment. Oh my gosh, the way they order these packs is like.
I got a foil smash with Big Tree.
Smash with Big Tree! I got Phantasmaclasm. Let's go!
Oh, that goes nuts.
Let's go! First Majestic out of the first pack. Might just have to build Prism. And with that prime display of masculinity out of the way, my name is Ryan with Adventure Co Gaming, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about the Cloak and Blaster's pre-release event. We had an amazing turnout this weekend, not only with the Adventure crew myself attending, but we were also joined by Tellurian Dropout's team, Bronson, and it was hosted by Matt from none other than the FaBArsenal Gaming YouTube channel. Matt even planned out a special drink menu for the night named after each of the new heroes, and I enjoyed a chain myself before the pack openings began. I personally had a few nice hits, including a cold foil Ironhide helm. Not the most exciting gear, but hey, the cold foiling is always a nice addition to any collection. Once all the packs were open, I first took note of all the equipment I got, and I was happy to have at least one equipment for each slot. Ironhide gear played a huge role in giving me the upper hand, defending with cards that either couldn't defend on their own, or blocking some nasty dominated cards in my matches. Blood Drop Barricade was also pivotal in giving some of my wider turns the energy they needed to overwhelm my opponents. After looking through the pool I had, I immediately ruled out Chain and Bolton with the smaller pool of cards I had for them. Prism was tempting as I did pull a Majestic for her along with a few blinding beams to keep her attacks from being destroyed, but I had a feeling there was going to be a lot of Prism at the event, so I eventually went with my main girl Levia. I had a healthy amount of cards that had basics power from my brute and generic card pools, so I was confident I could keep her effect active and break Phantasm from Prism players. Another interesting card I was able to use was Zealous Belting. My large pool of 6 power and higher cards made it easy to give it go again for wide turns, sometimes using 2 of them in one turn followed by a weapon swing. Seek Horizon and Brandish were also useful during my wide turns in strengthening my weapon swings, either by manipulating my top deck a bit for the discard effect, or buffing it directly with Brandish's on-hit effect. My success over the night mostly came from playing slow, and defending more than attacking unless I knew I could do more damage back to my opponent. I rarely tried to use the Shadow Brute cards to actually banish from my discard, unless it was closer to the late game, or I didn't have too much blood debt in there yet, so I was never put on a timer. Smash with Big Tree and Deadwood Rumbler were the MVPs of the night, and it helped that I pulled a relatively high amount of them despite their 0 defense value, thanks to all the Ironhide armor that I had. After a long night of 9 rounds going until about 1 in the morning, I emerged victorious with an 8-1 win record, taking home the appropriate Doomsday mat to match the hero that I played that night. Big shout out to Matt over at the Cloak and Blaster and the FaBArsenal YouTube channel for hosting the event. He did a fantastic job, and I was happy to see how many players turned out for the event, bringing a lot of energy to this new set. This is Ryan with Adventure Co Gaming, signing off.